Good morning, friends. As part of data mining technologies, data mining techniques, we are going to discuss today about the first stage of data pre-processing concept. So, under data pre-processing concept, various things we are going to discuss today: the quality of data, major steps or tasks involved in the data pre-processing. What are the major tasks involved here is data cleaning, data integration, data reduction, and data transformation and data discretization. So, whenever we are going to do data mining operation on a given data set for a task relevant operation. So, before going to that, here I am going to discuss about a very fast recap on KDD steps. This is the various stages involved in the data mining process. So, in data mining process, the first stage is gathering or getting the data from the various data sources, that is what we call the original data or raw data. That means source of the data we are getting from various sources as raw data. So, raw data may contain, it may be complete data or incomplete data or incorrect data or in different formats. So, what we have to do is we need to make data cleaning process or data pre-processing stages to make the data cleaning, and we have to do the target or a proper set of data. So, during this process what we are going to do is data pre-processing. So, data pre-processing is the first stage of any data mining operation. So, data pre-processing nothing but the data cleaning, data integration, data transformation, data discretization. So, we are going to discuss more on pre-processing on today's session. So, once you have done the data pre-processing step, then we have a target data with user insights. So, that user insights data we are going to store into the data warehouse. So, data warehouse nothing but it is storage location, like how the products or items stored in any industry or manufacturing industry in a warehouse. The warehouse nothing but the storage location. Here we are having lot of data coming from various sources in terms of the terabytes, petabytes, zettabytes of data. So, we need a huge storage where we can store the information and we need to access the properly without any disturbance. So, we need a strong storage mechanism called the data warehouse. In data warehouse, data will be stored like a data cubes. It is a multi-dimensional view. Okay. Now, once data is stored in the data warehouse, now your data is ready to perform a task relevant operations. So, task relevant operation nothing but the here we are doing the actual data mining operations like clustering concepts, classification concepts, and association rules, regression, prediction. That means what kind of task you want to do. Based on the given task, we are going to pick a proper algorithm and apply on the selected data from the data warehouse. So, we are getting the as outcome patterns. That means entire this process, what we say that data mining process. Data mining process nothing but the extracting the hidden information from the huge data set, and based on the outcome patterns, and those patterns will give the some results. From the results we are going to learn or gain the knowledge. With this knowledge what we are going to do is we are going to take a decision to enhance or improve the performance of the organization or performance of the work. Okay. So, that means the KDD process is nothing but the data pre-processing, data mining, pattern evaluation. We can make a 3 parts. First part is the data, the first part nothing but the data up to here we are having the data pre-processing operation. stage 1, data pre-processing, collection and cleaning. Then storage mechanism. Data is the storage, where we can store all your data, where we can store all your clean data. Then we are going to perform the task relevant operation. Then finally, we will get the output in terms of the various graphs. Here we got the result in terms of the bar chart. So we have a plenty of visualization techniques. We are going to display the result of data mining. The results will be shown in terms of the graphs. From these results, we got we can able to understand some concept or knowledge. We gain the knowledge. From that, we are going to take a wise decision to enhance the performance of the task or a job. Okay. Now, today we are going to start with the data pre-processing, the first stage of any data mining operation. Here, what is meant by pre-processing? What is meant by pre-processing? So, data pre-processing is nothing but data pre-processing is nothing but we are receiving the raw data which is not understood by anyone, because we are getting the various sources and various formats. So, we should be convert the raw data into the understandable format, because in real world we will get the data text format, image format, video format or any other formats. So, what we are going to do is we should convert as a understandable format, then only we can able to perform the work easily to extract hidden patterns from the data. So, in real world, how the data is? Generally, the data is, in real world scenario, the data incomplete or inconsistent, or there is no proper behavior, any manner. We cannot expect what kind of data we are going to receive. So, what we have to do is, we need to perform a data pre-processing job. So, the major tasks, nothing but in data pre-processing, handling of data. So, we are having the incomplete data, noisy data, inconsistent data. What is incomplete means? In application, some fields are not properly filled, So, out of 6 fields, only 2 or 3 fields are filled and remaining are not filled, empty data from one applicant. Suppose we got 1,000 records. Out of 1,000 records, if there is we have 1,000 records, we receive it, and we got 60% of data, complete data, and 40% is incomplete data. So, what will happen? If I am going to consider only 60% data and take a decision, it may lead to injustice to these 40%, because incomplete in the sense, in application form or while entry, if the mandatory information needed, only those fields are filled and remaining are not filled, because those are optional. I am taking an example, registration of a course or registration for any event. In that, the mandatory fields are most of the participants are going to register, are filled and remaining are not filled. So, the 40% of records are not fully filled. So, what will happen if we are not taking a consideration of these 40% of records, we may lose the good participants. So, we need to take care about how to handle the incomplete data. If the data is incomplete, how to handle it. Another one is, second issue is, okay, we got a data, how far it is correct? The noisy in the sense, whenever entering the data by the participants or a end user or some other, there is a chance of human error, and there is a chance of malfunction of instrument. Suppose when I am going to checking thermal scanning, then my temperature showing like a 105. But what is the, I'm having normal temperature, I'm having normal temperature, but whenever they're doing this scanning, I got a temperature, my record 105. That means not issue with me, the issue with the instrument, the malfunction of the instruments. Or while entering by the data enter operator, they may not fill properly. So that leads to the wrong information or incorrectly entered. And not only that, there is a chance of incorrect entries. See here, the salary is -10. Generally, salary either 0 or any positive number. But human being errors, typo errors, it may like a negative value. Okay. Another is inconsistent data. Inconsistent in the sense, whenever I want looking for the data, user entering properly, but as per their understanding levels, they enter in different manner. Suppose I am going to take age. Age, generally age, we are looking for a numerical age like 1 to 100 years. Okay, 42 is correct, but somebody may enter their date of birth as age. Or when I am looking for the date of birth, they may enter within the double quotes. That means it's as a string. Or in the age with the double quotes, it's in a string, not a numerical value. So, inconsistent of data, looking for the numerical or a date, but we are getting the string type. And another example is, I am looking for the rating of any movie or any event. Generally, rating like 1 star to 5 star. Whenever you are asking give the rating for the event or today workshop, then most of the candidates can give the rank like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. But somebody can give a rank like A as good, B as average, C as poor. But we are looking a standard format like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star ratings. But some participant may give in terms of the ABC ranking. So it's also, we got the data, but the data is inconsistent. So we have to handle such a data. So we got the huge amount of data from the various sources in terms of the raw data. While getting the data, these are the major issues like incompleteness, noisy, inconsistency, and all the data is in raw format. What we should do? We need to convert this raw data into understandable format. Okay. So now, how to handle this dirty data? What we received the raw data, it may in the form of dirty in the sense like incomplete, noisy, inconsistency. Now, how to handle this data? Okay. Now, this is one cause. Then another is data quality. Data quality, another hurdle. So, one hurdle is getting raw data with a lot of dirty information like incomplete, inconsistency, incorrect. Another hurdle is quality of the data. What data we are going to receive, how it is good, what is the quality. Based on the quality only, we can able to do the particular operation. We want to do particular operation, then we need what kind of job we want to do, that will always depend upon the quality of the information what we got. So, when we are going to observe the quality in the sense, there is a different point of views, that is multidimensional view, a multidimensional parameters. When we are receiving data, there is a different dimensionality, different views, different perceptions to check the quality of a data. The first one is how accurate. Whatever the data we received, whether it is correct or wrong, that is very important. The first parameter is the accuracy of the data. I am expecting the age in terms of the numerical. Suppose I am getting the in string format in correct. Whereas completeness, as already I discussed it, in application, if we have a 1 to 10 parameters and 6 parameters are mandatory fields and 4 parameters are optional. So what will happen? The 60, as a previous example, we may get a 60% of complete data and 40% of incomplete data, incomplete records. It leads to the screwing of data. That means we may focus 60% data to take a decision. It leads to the biasing towards the 60% data, and we are giving the unbiased, or we cannot give the good judgment for the remaining 40% data. So we have to check whether the whatever the data we received, how far it is complete, what percentage is complete data. If it is above 90%, then it's very good to work on the complete data. And third one is consistency. That means whenever updating one record, sometimes there is a derived attribute. If you are modifying derived attribute or any attribute, it should be reflect on the other attribute which is derived from the base attribute. So if there is no modification occurred, there is an inconsistency. Suppose I want to modify my age. I am wrongly entered previously. Instead of 1980s, I may enter 1990s. That means reduce the age. Then I want to edit. Whenever I am editing, automatically the age, I am changing date of birth, means the age also need to be modified. So we have to check care about the consistency. Then another is timeliness. Timeliness, very important, very crucial. Suppose I am maintaining the one organization and with a 5 different number of branches. I want to pay salaries every month on time. So I am looking for from each branch manager, I am having the 5 branches from various locations. Then I want to pay salary for on time. So I am looking for the salary statement from the each branch general manager within the 25th of every month. Suppose they are not able to submit, what will happen? I cannot generate a salary for them, I cannot transfer, or bank cannot transfer. It's okay. But when we are working on the stock market is every minute is crucial. If I am not getting the timely information, what will happen? I got a huge losses. I incurred a very huge loss. I can lose a lot of crores of amount. So timeliness is very important. On time data should be received. And another is believability. That means trustworthy of the data. Whatever the data we are receiving, that should be trustable. How it is trustable? Whether the given data is given by the authorized person or unauthorized person, we have to check the trustworthy of the data. And finally, interoperability. That is, whenever we are designing any form for end user purpose, then end user can able to understand easily to enter the data. If he is unable to enter the data because of he is unable to understand the fields, that's why we can able to provide some comments towards the form. Then automatically user can try to give the accurate data. So interoperability nothing but the understandability easily by the end user. So this is the way how we are going to check the quality of data. So these are the various quality measures